right, so today is going to be a gentle class, 60 minutes. So we're gonna go until 1 o'clock. If for whatever reason you need to bow out before then, totally okay. We're gonna start lying down today. So whatever that means for you, I recommend having at least one, if not two, blankets, pillows, towels, anything like that, just for extra support. Awesome, so we're gonna begin lying down. If you have any low back sensitivities, you can either have a couple options. You can either bend the knees, plant the soles of the feet on the earth, or you can take your nice little towel, roll it up and place it underneath the knees as well. It can also be really nice to grab a towel, a blanket, anything, place it on the low belly, just to feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more centered. So release down onto your back. Allow the legs to extend out long if that feels comfortable for you today. Allow the arms to extend out long. Gently flip the palms up to receive energy from the universe and the space around you. Allow the feet to fall open. We will begin by simply noticing the quality of the breath. No need to change, no need to fix, no need to deepen just yet. We're simply noticing the breath as it is for us right now. On this early Thursday afternoon. Where does the breath begin in the body? Where does it end? Are there any places of tightness or strain, anywhere the breath feels stuck? Do you feel the breath more in the front of the body or the back of the body? In the right or the left side? Gently begin to deepen the breath. You can inhale to the count of 4. So you inhale and count 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, count to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we'll move right back into the inhale. Gently lengthening the exhalations, making them longer than the inhalations. Activating our parasympathetic nervous system, our rest and relaxation system. So inhale 4, exhale 6, breathing at your own count, at your own rhythm. As you continue to deepen the breath, just attune to the physical body. How does it feel for you right now? Feel the sensation of the air on your skin. Is it warm or cool? Any tingling or pulsing sensations that you may feel in the hands, become aware of that. Feel your shoulder blades relaxed and heavy, grounded into the earth. Relax the muscles of the face, the brow, the cheeks, the jaw. Be with the physical body. Continue deepening the breath, inhaling to 4 and exhaling to 6 if that feels comfortable for you today. And attune to the quality of the heart space, our emotions. How are you feeling right now? What is your internal weather like today? Is it dark and stormy? nice and sunny, maybe somewhere in between. Inhale and exhale, nice and slow. Gently attune to the thoughts, the quality of our mind. How are our thoughts right now? Are we reaching forward into the future, stuck in the past? Just be with that as it is. Awesome. We can gently begin incorporating the 3-part or dirga breath, the full, complete yogic breath. You can place the right hand on the low belly, left hand on the heart space if you'd like a little self-assist here. And because we're lying down, usually we do this breath sitting, or we begin this breath in a sitting position, an upright position. Because we're lying down, see if you can notice the breath in the back body this time. Notice the breath expanding not only in the front body, but also the back body. Notice the breath expanding in 360 directions. So, to complete the dirga breath, we inhale the first third into the low belly, the second third into the rib space, the ribs, and the final third into the heart or the chest. And we exhale chest, ribs, and belly. And we move right back into the inhale. It can be helpful to imagine this breath originating in the very lowest point of the belly and expanding upward to fill the torso. So as you inhale, just focus on each part in succession. Focus on the belly pressing outward into the hand. Focus on the ribs lifting and peeling away from each other. Focus on the clavicle rising up toward the chin. And exhale completely, releasing all of that old stagnant energy. Continue with the dirga breath if it feels comfortable for you today. If not, for whatever reason, if it's not serving you, you can always let it go. Return to your normal, natural rhythm of breath. Continue with the dirga breath, inhaling belly, ribs, and chest. Exhaling completely. Today we will be focusing on the concept of an inner gaze, having an inward gaze. So often we direct our attention and our energy outward. Our eyes absorb so much information all the time, every day. Continue with the dirga breath, inhaling belly, ribs, and chest. So today I want to focus on attuning our attention inward, having an inward gaze. So throughout our practice, I will ask you to maybe practice closing your eyes. Direct your energy inward. Tune into yourself. Notice how you can maybe feel the sensations of your body differently. And learn to trust your body. So if it feels comfortable for you today, I will ask us to turn our gaze inward. Focus on closing the eyes or having a soft gaze. Focusing internally. You can release the dirga breath at this time, releasing the hands down next to the torso. If you'd like, you can take any waking motions, maybe wiggle the toes, Wiggle the fingers. Roll out the ankles. Maybe take a nice big stretch, like it's your first stretch of the day. If you have any props, you can gently release those out to the side, but keep them nice and close, because we will be using them throughout our gentle practice today. As always, be mindful of your bodies. Listen to your bodies first and foremost. If anything I'm guiding you through doesn't feel good in your body, please feel free to back off. All right, we're going to begin by inhaling, squeezing, bending the knees. Squeeze the knees in toward the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Thank yourself for showing up today. You already did the hard work by showing up on your mat. Maybe rock side to side. Release and relax the low back. Feel the belly press outward into the quads as you inhale. Awesome. You can come to stillness whenever you feel ready. We're going to keep the right leg tucked in, and we're going to extend the left leg out long, allowing it to find the earth. So keep the right leg tucked in. Take a round or two of breath here in our wind relief posture. Maybe roll out the ankle. Flex and point that foot. Full inhale. Nice, gentle, relaxed, long exhale. We're going to inhale and press the right heel up toward the sky. So right leg extends up long, press the heel upward. Say hello to your hamstring. Keep pointing and flexing. If we're rolling out the ankle, make sure we're rolling in both directions. We're going to inhale, allow the hands to float down next to the torso, palm down. As we exhale, we're going to press out through the heel, reaching out through the heel, extending our leg long as we lower the leg toward the earth. Nice and slow. Slight little core activation there. Awesome. Right leg finds the earth. Take as much time as you need, and then we're going to squeeze, bend the left leg in, squeeze it in toward the chest. Taking a couple rounds of breath here, massaging the descending colon. Flex and point that foot, roll out the ankle. Awesome. When you're ready, you can extend that left leg up toward the sky. Pressing up through that heel, noticing how that maybe changes the sensation, the stretch in the leg. Always feel free. I will gently remind to keep the eyes closed or have a soft gaze. Notice how this feels for you right now. Inhale, plant the hands down. Exhale, press through the heel, reach out through the heel as you gently lower the leg toward the earth. Awesome. Take a full round of breath. Beautiful. All right, we're going to come into reclined bound angle. So this is the one posture where if you do have two blankets, it is going to be helpful. So we're going to bend the knees and allow the soles of the feet to touch. Ankles can be as close or as far from the sits bones as you'd like them to be. If you'd like, if you have tight or extremely open hips, either way, it can be a little uncomfortable. You can gently roll up your blanket, pillow, your towel, and place it underneath the knees, because we're going to be hanging out here for about a minute or so. So if you want that extra padding, just gently placing it underneath the knees. You can allow the hands to relax, palm down onto the low belly. We're just going to breathe here. Feel this gentle opening in the hip flexors. Feel the torso relaxed onto the earth. Feel the belly expand outward into your hands. If any thoughts run through your mind, just allow them. Simply allow them. Acknowledge them, and then let them go.
Stay connected with the breath, maybe returning to that Dirga breath. All right, take 3 more full rounds of breath at your own pace. Nice and slow. On your last exhale, you can gently use the hands, guide the knees closed with the hands. Allow the soles of the feet to find the earth, and you can grab onto those props if you had any. Put them off to the side. We will be using them throughout the rest of our practice to try and keep them closed. Awesome. We're going to walk our feet so that they're as wide as the mat or wider. The wider that your feet are apart in this posture, the more deeply you're going to access this hip space. So we're going to inhale. As we exhale, knees drop to the right. Inhale, knees back up to center. Exhale, knees drop to the left. Continue this gentle motion at your own pace, moving with the breath, making sure that we never hold the breath. Movement lasts just as long as the breath does. Inhaling the knees up to center and exhale, drop them to either side. This is a beautiful little motion for releasing the low back. One more on each side, taking your time. Finding something you really love about this. We're going to inhale. Our knees back up to center. Heel toe the feet together so that they're in line with the hips. And we're just going to gently press up into a seated position. Coming up onto our forearms and rising up. Awesome. Take your time getting to a seated position. If you'd like, always that option to grab onto a pillow or anything. Place it underneath the sits bones to feel a little bit more connected and rooted into your seat. Awesome. All right, we're going to release the hands, fingertips down gently next to the hips, and we're going to do some nice little sun breaths to open up the shoulders. Flip the palms up. Inhale, sweep arms up, out and around. Fingertips lightly touch at the top, and we exhale. Arms flow down. A couple more times. Inhaling up. Gaze can follow the hands. Exhale, release. Inhale, create length in the side body as you reach up. Reach the crown of the head up toward the fingertips. Exhale, release. Awesome. One more time. We're going to inhale, arms up. Fingertips are going to touch at the top. This time, as we exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So we gently twist to the right hand comes behind us, fingertips find the earth behind us, the left hand finds the right knee. Exhale, maybe peek out over that right shoulder. If you'd like, inhale, arms up, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. So the left hand finds the earth, right hand finds the left knee. Peek out over that left shoulder. Inhale, up. Coming back to center, nice and slow. Exhale, twist. Moving with the breath, inhaling up, exhale to twist. One more time on each side, inhale up, exhale, twist. Closing the eyes, feeling our first twist, inhaling up, and exhale, twist to the left, last one. Nice, inhale, arms up, exhale, gently allow them to float down to the sides. Awesome. All right, we're going to sweep the legs to one side and roll over the knees to come into our very first tabletop position of the day. So in table, as always, nice, beautiful flat back, slight core activation so we're not arching that back and pinching that low back. So slight core activation to protect that low back
Wrists are stacked directly underneath shoulders. Knees are directly underneath hips. Always the option. Come up onto fists if wrists are sensitive, or throw some extra padding under the knees if we have sensitive knees. All right, we'll do some cat-cows. Open up the spine a little more. For cow, we drop the belly, crack open the heart space, and inhale to look up. Exhale, press into the hands, round the back. Chin tucks toward the chest. Exhale completely. Inhale. For cow, belly drops, heart shines forward. Exhale. For cat, shoulder blades wrap around the body as you press into the fingers. Inhale. And exhale. Take a couple more at your own pace. Gentle reminder to close the eyes. Feel this beautiful motion in a different way. One more cat-cow. One more inhale, exhale, and when we're ready, we'll come back into a beautiful neutral table. All right, we're gonna try one of our first balancing postures, which will be fun because when we close our eyes and balance, that adds a whole nother level of challenge. So we're gonna do a balancing table. When you're ready, make sure that your left hand is planted directly underneath your shoulder. All right, when you're ready, we're going to inhale and exhale. Extend the left leg out long behind you. Press out through the heel. Make sure you're in a nice long line of energy from hip to heel. And if you'd like, again, making sure left wrist is under left shoulder. To come into the full balancing posture, we can inhale the right arm up. And we're just going to stay here for a couple rounds of breath. Typically in balancing postures, I will tell you to find a drishti, a point of focus, a fixated point on the floor or the wall to stare at, but play with it, close your eyes. Notice how this adds a layer of challenge. Press out through the heel and spread the fingertips wide, nice active core. Remember to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Lower the left knee, right hand finds the earth. Take a moment, maybe shake it out. Shake the hips, take a couple cat-cows, just wiggle it out. All right, awesome. If you liked that, then we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So make sure this time right hand is planted directly underneath the shoulder, and we're going to inhale, reach the right leg up. Pressing out through the heel, as if our foot's up against a wall. Don't mind me while I adjust my headphones. All right, nice beautiful active core. If we'd like to take it one step further, find your drishti. Extend the left arm long. Nice active core. Breathing. If you'd like to add on that little extra layer, close the eyes. Feel the weight shifting. All those tiny corrections that you have to make when you're in a balancing posture. Inhale and exhale. Release the leg, release the hand. Awesome. All right, we are going to come down onto our bellies. So release down onto the forearms and walk the legs back. Coming down onto the belly. We're going to come into a Sphinx pose. So make sure the elbows are stacked directly underneath shoulders. Palms extend, arms extend long, and palms are down on the earth. We're going to inhale and exhale. Take a couple rounds of breath here. We can keep the toes tucked or allow the tops of the feet to find the earth. Taking a couple rounds of breath in our Sphinx. Little counter posture to the child's pose we will be moving to in a moment. So crack open the heart space. Feel that gentle stretch in the pectoral muscles. Awesome. All right, inhale And exhale. Walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Press into the hands to come back up into our neutral table. We're going to walk the arms out long, keeping the hips nice and lifted, coming into our puppy. So puppy pose, walk the arms out long, relax down onto the forearms. The forehead can find the earth or it can find a towel. Hips are nice and lifted here. Breathe. Relax the low belly. Feel your forehead connected to the earth or your pillow. Awesome. Inhale and exhale, rise back up into neutral table. We're going to allow the knees to be wide, big toes can touch, and we're going to sink the hips back toward the sits bones. Arms extend out long, coming into our child's pose. Again, always the option, grab onto that pillow, place it underneath the forehead. If we have tight hips and our hips are lifted, if they can't reach the sits bones exactly, you can always grab onto that pillow, whatever prop you got, place it on top of the heels, and use that as extra padding for the hips and the glutes. So take a couple rounds of breath in our child's pose. Closing the eyes. Maybe noticing how you may feel different from when we started our practice, not even 30 minutes ago. Maybe reconnect to that to that dear the breath. Reconnect to that intention, our inward gaze. Awesome. All right, come back up into your neutral table, discarding any props that you may have. Inhale and exhale up into our neutral table. We're going to come into our very first down dog of the day. So we're going to tuck the toes of the back feet and lift the knees and the hips. Pressing up into our very first down dog of the day. A nice little trick if you're unsure if your feet and your hands are far close enough apart, shift forward into plank. If your hands stay where they are, stacked underneath the shoulders, then you're in a good position. Let's take a couple rounds of breath, feeling our dog before we potentially walk or pedal it out. Press down through all knuckles, all fingers suction cupped onto the mat. Rotate the creases of the elbows in toward one another. Lift the hips as you drive down through the heels. If you'd like, you can introduce a little motion, pedaling your dog by bending one knee and driving the opposite heel toward the earth. Awesome. Release the low belly. Be mindful of any tension, anything you're gripping onto in this down dog. We'll inhale and exhale. Come back into our still down dog. We're going to inhale and lift the heels. As we exhale, we're going to drop the heels over to the right. Noticing how this might change our down dog. Maybe closing the eyes to feel the sensation differently. Inhale, lift the heels back through center. Exhale, drop them over to the left. Inhale, the heels back to center. Exhale, drive them back toward the earth. One more inhale. Exhale, knees find the earth, coming back into our child's pose. Knees can be as wide as the mat this time, or the knees can be close together. quads together, big toes touch. So whatever variation of child's pose feels best for you right now. Knees wide or together. Utilizing any props that make this posture more comfortable for you. Take a couple rounds of breath in your child's pose. Feeling the breath in the back body. Awesome. All right, inhale and exhale, gently rise back up into our down dog. One round of breath here. Inhale and exhale. Walk the feet toward the hands. Come into your ragdoll position. Feet underneath the hips. Nice long lines of energy. Slight micro bend in the knees. Hang forward in our ragdoll. Arms can simply extend long toward the earth. You can clasp opposite elbows. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Maybe sway side to side. Wherever you are, breathe. Gentle reminder to close the eyes. Turn that energy, that attention inward. Beautiful. You can release the arms, extend them out long if they aren't there already. We're going to bend the knees a little bit more dramatically and gently roll up, taking our time, allowing our spine to click back into place. Head comes up last. When you find yourself standing, take a moment, place hands at heart center, close the eyes. Breathe, feeling that blood flow downward, feeling yourself adjust to standing. Feel your feet rooted and connected. Give yourself some self-compassion in this moment. Awesome, you can release the hands down next to these sides. All right, we're gonna do our tree pose. So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna layer on the closing the eyes and you can see how that really changes balancing postures. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, so we're gonna shift our weight into our right leg. Gently bend the left knee, tap the toes a couple times. Just let your right leg know it's gonna be bearing our weight. When you're ready, you can open that left knee up out to the side. If you wanna start a beautiful little modified tree, the toes can stay on the earth and the heel can be up against the calf, the shin. If you'd like, this is a beautiful tree. You can always stay here and breathe. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can slide the sole of the foot up the calf. If you want to take it all the way, you can reach down, grab onto that ankle and press it into the quad. If we're pressing it into the quad, we create a bind. So the foot presses into the quad just as much as the quad presses into the foot. Find your drishti, point of focus, fixated point on the floor. Take any arm variation that feels nice. You can extend the hands out long, palms out. You can place the hands at heart center. You can have cactus arms. You can grow some branches. And now, if you'd like, make sure you're making all adjustments in balance in the feet and the ankles. Small, minor adjustments. Breathe and reach up through the crown of the head. If you'd like, try and close the eyes. Notice how, and I fell out of it just there. Changes the posture completely. It changes it completely, it really does. So, if you fall, just smile. There's an opportunity to try again. Maintain that slight bend in that standing leg. One more inhale and exhale. I almost fell into it again. All right, cool. Take a moment. Stand in our Tadasana. Feet under hips, slight bend in the knees. Nice length in the side body. Hands at heart center. Feel how grounded your left leg is. Awesome. You can release that out. Gently shift your weight into the opposite leg, the left leg, by tapping the toes of the right foot a couple times. Awesome. When we're ready, you can open up that right leg out to the side, taking any variation that feels nice for you today. Any variation, find your drishti to find your balance. Balance is beautiful for memory, concentration, focus. Remember to be gentle with yourself. Find any hand variation that feels right for you today. If you'd like, challenge yourself, close the eyes. Ooh. It's much harder for me than I thought it would be. I haven't done this in a while. I'm so used to my drishti. So have fun with it. Have fun. Laugh at yourself. All right, inhale and exhale. Whenever you're ready, you can release that out, taking one full round of breath, hands at heart center, to feel our feet rooted and grounded into the earth. And you can shake it out. Shaking out the legs, shaking out the arms. Nice. Awesome. We're going to step to the tops of our mats. Inhale, bend our right leg. Exhale, step that leg back about a couple feet's distance. Open up to the side so the inside edges of the feet are parallel, and we're coming into our standing wide angle. All right, slight bend in the knees. We're going to inhale, arms up, out, and around. Exhale, slight bend to the knees, fold forward, nice flat back. Coming into our standing forward fold. Hands can release down onto the mat, or you can always grab one of your props. Take a moment, shift your weight back and forth. Shift your weight between the ball and the heel of the feet. Notice if you're really dumping your weight into either side. Feel all four corners of the feet. Come to stillness when you feel nice and balanced, nice and neutral. Always the option to close the eyes. Awesome. All right, we're going to plant the left hand in front of the face. Inhale, the right arm up toward the sky. Coming into a gentle little twist. Exhale, release the right arm down, plant it in front of the face. Inhale, left arm up. Move with the breath here. Switching back and forth, twisting to the right and the left, continuing with this gentle flowing motion at your own pace. Trust yourself. One more on each side. Twisting to the right and the left, moving with the breath. Awesome. Come to stillness in your standing forward fold. Bend the knees and gently roll up like we did in our ragdoll. Nice and slow. Head comes up last. Awesome. We're going to rotate the hips toward our left leg or toward the front of your mat and gently step to the tops of your mat. Taking a full round of breath here. Maybe inhale, squeeze the shoulders up toward the ears. Exhale, melt them down the back. Awesome. All right. We are going to inhale, exhale, step our right leg back. About a couple feet of distance in between. So keep the left foot where it was. Toes of the left foot are facing the short edge of the mat. The front heel is in line with either the arch or the heel of the back foot. The back foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Toes are facing the long edge. So the hip is opening up to the right here. Maintain that nice, beautiful, long line of integrity. Knee stays in line. Left knee stays in line with both the left ankle and the left hip. Preparing for a triangle pose. So we're going to inhale, arms up to shoulder height. Keep both legs straight. We're going to lengthen the right hip back as we reach out through the left fingertips, like someone has a hold of your left fingertips and is pulling you forward. So lengthen through, extend through those fingertips, inhale, and exhale, gently windmill the arms, stacking the shoulders, right shoulder stacks on top of left, coming into triangle pose. Left hand releases anywhere down onto the left shin. Right arm reaches up toward the sky. Little self-assist if you'd like. You can physically grab onto the right side of your rib cage and rotate it up toward the sky. Opening up. You can look up toward the fingertips, have a neutral gaze, or close the eyes. Feeling this posture differently. Ground down through the outside edge of the right foot. Inhale and exhale. As we rise up, we're going to use our nice, strong, beautiful cores. So we're going to imagine that someone's pulling on our right fingertips this time. Rise up from the core. Using that beautiful core strength. Exhale, release the hands down. All right. We're going to flip our right feet so that we come back into our standing wide angle. Inside edges of the feet parallel. And we're going to take our right leg, flip those toes. Flip those toes out so they're facing the short edge of the mat. Left foot stays where it is. Just take a moment. You can shorten the stance, make it a little bit easier for yourself. Make sure that front heel is in line with either the arch or the heel of the back foot. Hips opening up out to the left. Nice long line of energy in our right leg. When we're ready, we can inhale, arms up to shoulder height. Exhale, reach out through those right fingertips, pressing that left hip back. When you feel like you can't reach anymore, we windmill the arms, simply stacking the left shoulder on top of the right. Right hand finds the shin or the quad. You can extend the left arm up long or keep it on the hip if you have any shoulder sensitivities today. Rotate the left rib cage up toward the sky. Stay connected with the breath. Close the eyes. How do you feel in this posture? Whether it be good or bad. I have a love-hate relationship with triangle pose. All right, wherever you are, we're going to inhale, nice strong core like someone's pulling up on your left hand. Rise back up to center as you exhale. Beautiful strong cores. You can release the hands. Rotate your hips toward that right leg and step to the tops of your mats. Awesome. Take a moment here. Inhale and exhale. Feel the strength in your legs. Appreciate your legs for all that they can do for you. Awesome. We're going to inhale, sweep arms up, out and around. Exhale, bend the knees, flat back as you fold forward, swan dive down. Plant the hands in front of the feet. We're going to step back into our very last down dog of the day. Taking a full round of breath here. Awesome. Inhale and exhale. Gently lower the knees. Your choice this time. If you want to keep the knees wide or close together for your child's pose, I typically like to keep the knees nice and wide. Either way, big toes touch. You sink the sits bones back toward the heels. Grab any props you need. Forehead relaxes down onto the earth. Breathe. Release your jaw. Allow your tongue to relax down onto the bed of your mouth, not pressed up against the roof. Awesome. Inhale and exhale. Gently walk the hands toward the torso, coming up into a seated position. Only a couple more postures before we enjoy a nice beautiful Shavasana. So sweep the legs out to one side. We're going to come into a supported bridge pose. So grab onto a prop. If you want to use that, the soles of the feet are going to find the earth, knees are going to bend, heels are going to be in line with hips. Relax down onto the forearms, torso releases down onto the earth. Awesome. Take a moment, walk your heels in toward your glutes. They absolutely do not have to touch, but you should walk them in a little bit closer. Feel your torso connected to the earth. Extend the arms long. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, we're going to press our hips up toward the sky. Lifting the hips, pressing them upward, always the option. If you do have any sort of padding, I would gently recommend to grab that. This is a gentle class, so we want to be nice and gentle with ourselves, take it nice and slow. So whatever that means for you, I ended up grabbing a different blanket because that worked a little better for me. So you put the prop gently underneath the sits bones, underneath the pelvis, and relax your hips down onto whatever prop it is for you, pillow, blanket, towel. Nice little supported bridge posture. Hands can release palm down onto the low belly. Take a couple rounds of breath. Feeling the belly expand upward. Remember to close the eyes if they aren't already closed. Awesome. Inhale, extend the arms out long. Exhale, press the hips upward. Remove that block. Maybe take a full round of breath in our full bridge pose. As you exhale, gently lower down, feeling each vertebrae reconnect with the earth. Nice, you can extend the legs out long onto the earth, allow them to find the floor. We're going to inhale, squeeze our right leg in. Take one round of breath in our wind relief posture, maybe point and flex that foot. As we exhale, we're going to take this right knee and send it over to the left side of the body, coming to our supine spinal twist. Right leg stays nice and bent as we draw the right knee up and over to the left. Keep your right shoulder nice and grounded onto the earth. As soon as that right shoulder starts to peel up and off of the earth, that's how you know you're pushing a little too far. Extend the right arm out long at shoulder height. You can peek out over those right fingertips if you'd like. Left hand can find the right knee, gently guiding the right knee over to the left. Breathe in your supine spinal twist. Feeling how the breath moves differently in our twist. Inhale and exhale. Draw the knee back to center. Give one more nice big hug. Inhale and exhale. Extend the right leg out long.
And do the same thing on the left side. So we're going to inhale, squeeze the left leg in. Grabbing onto that left knee, pointing and flexing the foot, rolling out that ankle a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, take the left knee up and over to the right. Left shoulder stays nice and grounded this time. Option to extend the left arm long, look out over those left fingertips to incorporate the cervical spine. Right hand can gently guide the left knee over to the right. Nice active right foot. Keep that foot nice and flexed. Breathe. Allow any tension that you're holding on to melt away. Inhale. Exhale, gently come back to center. You can extend your legs out long. If there are any postures that I missed that you need to feel complete in your practice today, take a moment or two and do those now. If not, we're going to make our way on to our Shavasana. I shouldn't say onto our Shavasana. Make our way to our Shavasana. So, always the option of bending the knees, just like how we did it in the beginning. Make your way onto your back. You can always bend the knees or place a towel, anything underneath the knees to release the low back. I like to put something on my belly to feel a little bit more grounded. The body does also tend to cool down during Shavasana, so you might want to grab a sweatshirt or anything like that. Awesome. You made it. Congrats. Take a couple Dirga breaths, or a couple nice deep breaths to ground yourself into this space. Allow the feet to fall open. You can extend the arms out long, or you can allow the hands to relax, palm down onto the low belly. You can release all focus on the breath, returning to your normal, natural rhythm of breathing. If anything grasps at your attention and pulls your attention away from yourself and your breath, just gently acknowledge, with compassion and love, acknowledge, and then let go. Returning to this space, your body, right now. Mindfulness is indeed a practice. So don't get frustrated at yourself or your monkey mind. Feel your muscles unwind and release. Feel any tension remaining melt away. Feel the bottoms of the feet, the soles of the feet, any sensations there. The cool air or warm clothing. Notice the tops of the feet, the toes. Notice the ankles. Gently slide the attention up to the shins and the calves. Feel your kneecaps. In the space, the gentle crease in the legs, in the space behind the knees. Feel the thick, strong muscle of your quads, relaxing and releasing. Feel your hips. Notice the very base of the spine, the lumbar spine, the gentle curve there. Notice the thoracic spine connected to the ribs. The gentle expansion of the rib cage with each inhale. Notice your shoulder blades grounded and rooted. Gently trail your attention down your forearms to notice the wrists, the palms. Notice your fingers. Gently glide that attention back up the arms to notice the back of the head. Heavy and relaxed. Last but not least, release the muscles of the face, the forehead, the eyelids, the jaw, the lips, and the tongue. And for the next few moments, just simply allow yourself to be here. Give yourself all the attention that you deserve. Only when you feel complete, you can begin to introduce a little bit of motion back into the body. Maybe take a couple big sighs, take a couple deep breaths, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, maybe take a nice big stretch, reaching the arms up overhead. Like it's your very first stretch of the day, like you're just waking up. Only when you feel ready, please take as much time as you like. You can roll over onto whichever side is calling you, squeezing the knees in toward the chest. Taking a full round of breath there. Inhale and exhale, gently press into that hand. Come back into a seated position. You can place hands at heart center. Before we close out our practice today, I would love to
share a quote with you by Rumi, a very famous poet. I think it is very applicable for our practice today. So hands at heart center, take a moment, close the eyes. The universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are. Everything that you want, you already are. Beautiful. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. I'll take a little bow. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Thank you all. I hope everybody enjoyed. As always, if you have any questions,